Hi everyone, Johnny Fraser-Allen here. It's been quite a while since a Hagglethorn Hollow update, and that's because, as a lot of you have seen, I spent several years learning from the best over at Printable Scenery and art directing and helping with quite a handful of their campaigns. You know, Rise of the Halflings, as you can see here, I've kit bashed and worked this all into the narrative of the gloaming and incorporated with Hagglethorn Hollow there. So that was a real education for me, and combining that education in 3D printing with the education I had for 17 years working on Spielberg movies, Peter Jackson movies, Del Toro movies. Um, I furthered where I really want to get my tabletop gaming tables into that situation where it feels as much like a fantastical film set as the blockbusters that I've either worked on or the ones I haven't worked on that I love, And for 8 years since I launched Hagglethorn Hollow or longer, I don't really have a concept of time, I've been getting so many emails and questions from you guys saying, how can we get the wall? How can we get that maze? Everything you basically see in that Adam Savage tester video. There it is, look. Ah, see how much pigment I had in my hair? That was before I started my own company. Anyway, so all of that good stuff, and also all of the statues and really nice, intricate little hand sculpted stuff that you saw from the practical campaign that weren't in the STL campaign, as well as my guardian gnomes and my wandering stumps and a whole new series of doors. Basically, everything I've created for myself over the last decade in my own time and on my own dime to create my version of like workable Hero Quest 3D tables, Dungeons and Dragons scenery, kind of maze and labyrinth kind of little bits and bobs. Not only are we delivering that to you in campaign one, which is coming up, but over the time I've spent, waiting for this next release, technology has finally caught up to where I need it to be to make my dreams literally a reality on the tabletop. By which I mean we have now the best scanner you can get. Our man Fox that we found has, he works in the industry. He built cameras to film Blade Runner 2 and all sorts of technical wizardry stuff that I could never understand. I just want to be the creative guy, And so he's been scanning every hand sculpted things we've been making, and his scanning is so good that he can zoom in on some of his scans, and I can point out, I think that's my dandruff. You know what I mean? Like I work in this forest, but I work outside if it's sunny. Bits of manuka leaf, which are tiny, fall on my sculptures. That prints on the 3D wall we're working on. There's a bit of manuka leaf in that. And you can't even tell until I'm painting it because it's like, oh god, what is that? Is it a bit of manuka leaf? That's how good the scans are now. So we're replicating my hand sculpting at a level we haven't had before, and like I say, we've got the next 6 campaigns mapped out, sculpted, everything. That was important to me because I really wanted to make every campaign you buy to further your Hagglethorn Hollow you've already got, to complement and benefit the last campaign you spent your time and money printing and painting. So the next couple of years is going to be a steady delivery of these campaigns, and it's important to me to get everything done before you launch as well. So while there will be stretch goals that are managed to be within that timeline, delivered to you promptly, I'm not overreaching myself, and I know you're going to get it, as soon as the campaign wraps up, for the most part, because that's how I like my campaigns to be when I pledge on something. And in terms of comms, that was a huge thing for me in the past campaigns. I was never responsible for the comms, and now I found Jim, who you'll see a lot of posts coming up regularly now on our Hagglethorn Hollow hobbies page. This guy is so passionate about the hobby and about Hagglethorn Hollow. We met at GaryCon. Luke Gygax, Gary Gygax's son, was so nice and invited me to have my own table at GaryCon 2 years back, and I met Jim there, and he was just a fan of what I was doing, and one thing led to another, and we've been working together really hard for the last 2 years almost 2.5, and I've done nothing but hand sculpt and art direct the next 6 campaigns, as I've probably said. So it's exciting times, and this is really just an update to get excited and get onto the GameFound page where we're going to be launching the next one for your updates. It's going to be coming out in the next couple of months. We're just making sure everything is perfect before release, because if it's not perfect, then it's not, Hagglethorn Hollow. It's really important to me that's why we've got Fox on board as the best scanner. It's why I'm really proud of the comms team that I have now. And you'll be seeing a lot of stuff pop up on the site that I'm worried that people are going to think is AI generated. I hate AI so much. I want to claw my face off, right? So I'm so anti-AI, it's not funny. The pictures you're seeing here are from Fox, our scanner. He has scanned my hand-sculpted and hand-painted labyrinth, put it into the computer program. None of this is AI. This is just repeats of my sculpture put into a program, and the dynamic lighting kind of does its own thing because we can layer up that much of it. What's amazing is that he put me into a headset and he walked me around the maze that I've made. And we're doing that for everything. We're building a system for a couple of years down the track where you can literally go into Hagglethorn Hollow and visit the inhabitants. I don't know what's going to come of that, what we can do with that, but we're excitingly, and as big geeks really, approaching this IP from every angle we can, because we've spent that much time on it, and it's exciting. And anyway, blah 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 blah. I just wanted to poke my head out of my little badger burrow, say hi, and this is my little, really studio professional announcement, and all the best. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys do with this when you get it.